US Secretary of State Antony Blinken says Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has accepted a ceasefire deal, and it's now up to Hamas to say yes. It puts the onus on the militant group to end the 10-month war, even as the violence continues. Blinken's called the deal a bridging agreement, acknowledging that not everything is spelt out in detail. But we can get more details now with Bloomberg's Abeer Omar. Abeer, what's the latest we're hearing on these ceasefire talks?
Hi, Lizzie. So, yes, Antony Blinken has been doing a regional visit to the Middle East over the past couple of days. This is his 9th visit since October 7th, and he was in Israel yesterday, where, as you mentioned correctly, he said that Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, has agreed to a ceasefire deal. Now, granted, this doesn't encompass everything that was suggested in President Joe Biden's plan in May to return all the hostages. We don't know the exact details of that yet. But again, as you suggested, it is a bridging agreement. It's now up to Hamas to agree to those terms and hopefully end the war that's been killing tens of thousands of people in Gaza and that has killed thousands of people in Israel since October 7th. And we know that the last talks that happened in Doha, Hamas did not attend. We know that Israeli negotiators met with mediators from the Arab world and the U.S. To sort of reach the ceasefire agreement. But we know that the mediators have conveyed Israel's demands to Hamas. So it's now really up to Hamas what Hamas decides and whether they do, in fact, agree to the terms of this latest agreement.
Well, from a market's perspective, oil traders have been waiting so long for a ceasefire deal, but also for an Iranian retaliation, that now they're focusing on the demand story out of the US and China. What's the latest on whether Iran is going to strike?
So this is an interesting part, right? Yesterday, as we were reporting this story, Iran said that they do welcome the terms of reaching a ceasefire agreement, but that a retaliation is still on the books. So we're still expecting a retaliation to happen. We don't know when, we don't know how. This, of course, Lizzie, is, taking revenge for the killing of Ismail Haniyeh by the end of July in Iran, an attack that Israel never took responsibility for. So our understanding is, a retaliation is still very much a prospect, but we know that Antony Blinken is going to visit Qatar and Egypt to speak with officials there to understand from them what is in the heads of Hamas leaders. And so we're following the story, and by the end of this week, hopefully we get some more light about what has been reached, what Hamas agreed on, if the deal is actually going to be agreed upon.